And what's up, everybody? I'm back with another stadium review. I know it's been a while since my last stadium review. I think it was probably July. And now we're back with another one of University Arena. Or some people call it Reed Fieldhouse. I assume that's how it's pronounced, Reed Fieldhouse. I'm going to call it University Arena, but it's the signs on campus call it Reed Fieldhouse. So it's just kind of whatever you want to call it, I guess. It's home to Western Michigan basketball, Kalamazoo, Michigan. We went there. Obviously, you saw the vlog that just went up a couple of days ago, I think. We went there to see the MSU women's team play the Western women's team. And it was pretty fun. And of course, you can check out the vlog to kind of get a visuals of kind of what I'm talking about as far in this review. But I did want to get a little more comprehensive review of our experience there. And I do have some thoughts, so let's just jump right into it, shall we? As you can see in the vlog, there's a cool Bronco statue outside. They also light it up at night, which is kind of cool. I didn't show that part in the vlog, but they do get some cool lights around it, which is interesting but cool. It was a nice little touch. As far as the stadium inside, I mean, there's nothing else really crazy to look at the outside of the arena. And for the inside of the arena, there wasn't a whole lot either. It's not really a whole lot. There's not really a whole lot much of a concourse to walk around. It's a field house, not necessarily like arena. So there's a track, like a running track on the ground. Like you walk into the building and you're already at level with the court, and there's a running track around the court. So there, and you can't do a full lap around it because they block the areas off for the locker rooms, which is really weird. So you can go either all the way to the left or all the way to the right, and that's it. Really weird placement there. And the seating layout itself, even though, the court itself is like a rectangle shape, the seating arrangement felt more like a square, which I thought was really weird. And it's also tiny. I swear it was tiny. Especially like there was the longer ends of the court had bleachers and like seats that went up really high. But then like the areas in the end zone areas were very small. And that's also coincidentally where their student section is, and it was still not full. See how that works. It's just a women's game, though. I can expect that. But it was small. It was very, very small. There wasn't a lot to like walk around. There was like the Western Michigan Athletics Hall of Fame is in this building. We can kind of look at that. They had some of it blocked off because it's where the security stuff is. So you couldn't really look at it too much, but you could see a little bit of it. That was okay. I mean, there's just not really else to do. I was expecting to be able to at least like walk around the concourse, and couldn't even do that. It was, pretty wild. As far as now, I do want to talk. They do have concessions, and I'm gonna go off on these concession prices. For the most part, they were fine. Pop, $5. Water, $5. You expect that. That's general expectations. Candy was like, I think, $4. Something else. Most of the prices were fine. They also sold beer. I don't know how much they were selling it for, but they also do sell beer. The price that really fucking got to me, well, I first talk about the pop prices, right? $5 for a bottle of pop at their concession stand. But there's a vending machine literally right next to the concession stand that sells pop for $1 cheaper. Why? Why? Why would you do that? Doesn't make any sense. The price the concession item with the price I need to talk about is the pretzel with cheese. $9. Are you serious? That's like NFL level prices. That's even worse than NFL prices, I think. $9 for a pretzel with a tiny little cup of cheese. Are you fucking kidding me? That is ridiculous. You can see my his thoughts about the pretzel in the vlog. It looked okay. It didn't look anything spectacular. Like he said, it tasted good. But is it $9 good? Fuck no. I wouldn't think so. It was absolutely ridiculous. Why was that price so much more absurd than everything else that they serve? That didn't make any sense to me. I hated that. Yeah, concessions, small selection, fair prices for the most part, except for the pretzel with cheese. That was ridiculous. That was absurd. Can't tell you how pissed off I was when I saw that. There's also good cell reception in the arena, which I wasn't expecting. Especially with like the MSU arenas, their cell reception's pretty terrible. Maybe it was because there wasn't a lot of people there, or just got lucky. I don't know. I had pretty good cell reception throughout the entire thing, which was very welcome. Very, very welcome. As far as the experience goes, I talked about in the vlog a little bit too. The PI guy was kind of annoying because he was like, he would always talk like this for literally everything. That was annoying. Also, what the fuck was up with their Jumbotron? The women's game was on ESPN Plus if you couldn't make it to the game. So on the Jumbotron, they just hooked up the broadcast, the ESPN Plus broadcast, instead of... Not like they didn't have cameras. There were cameras. I saw a stand with cameras. They could have filmed it themselves. Why wouldn't you just film it yourself? Doesn't make any sense. Why the fuck? That just like screams laziness, right? If they didn't have cameras and it wasn't like a conducive environment to be able to do filming like that I would get. But you have the equipment necessary to do it, and you just don't want to. You even have the people there already. Like, what the fuck? It just seemed dumb and lazy and stupid. But I mean, otherwise the game experiences is fine. I mean, even at the top, like the top of the really tall sections, you can see the court pretty well, and the court looked nice. I really liked how it looked. You can also get a very kind of up close experience. Like I could have literally walked up and stood courtside for the game, and there was nothing that would block me from doing that. I mean, somebody probably would have came up and asked me what the hell I was doing, but you could just walk up and watch the game courtside, which is just crazy because I don't know any other arena that you could do that at least for college ranks or even, higher up than that. I don't know any that you'd be able to do that for, which I thought was very interesting. So, I mean, overall, it's all right. The arena doesn't have a lot of charm to it. It's kind of a little bit out of place, a little bland, nothing crazy. And, the lack of, like, a fan environment, I think at least half of the fans there were MSU fans. So, and then, like, the only people really giving a damn about the game were the fucking cheerleaders in the band, which was a tiny band, but they made their presence known. I will give them credit there for that. But otherwise, I mean, wasn't really that strong of an environment, which, I don't know what you expect. So... But anyways, that's it for this review. My final score for University Arena, also known as Reed Fieldhouse, I'm going to have to give it a good 6. Give it a 6. If I had the chance to go back, I don't know if I would. It's not really an arena that I'm looking forward to going back to. It is the first MAC arena that I have, first arena from the MAC that I reviewed. I have been to Central Michigan's arena as well. It's been so long, I don't remember enough about it to do a review. But trust me, if I ever do get back there, which I do hope to at some point, I will do a review of it. So there you go. But otherwise, that's going to do it for this review. If you've ever seen a game here, either for men's basketball, women's basketball, or something else, let me know your thoughts about it in the comment section down below. Did I just get an off day? Because that's how it always is. I'd love to know. But otherwise, guys, that's going to do it for this review. If you've ever been to this arena, Let me know your thoughts about it in the comment section down below. And what is it commonly referred to? Is it Reed Arena or University Fieldhouse? I'd love to know. And until next time, otherwise, stay tuned for more stadium reviews. And I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.